I've often said, if the Long Center doesn't mean something to you personally, we have built the wrong place. And I hope at the end of the day today, with the time that you spend with me and our program director, Tammie Ward, that you'll have a great sense of that we are articulating that core value system at a very high level. So let's talk about our opening, and let's talk about this beautiful place. One of the first things I wanted to accomplish about our opening was it was for everyone. Oh, my staff looked at me and thought, that's an audacious task. How in the world will we do that? Oh my goodness, how will we do that? Well, it is, hopefully, in our viewpoint, something that really literally is for everyone and has accessible points at every place for us. So our gala opening is actually, in my mind, about a month long. It gives us lots of time to celebrate Austin and our relationships in Austin. So one of the things that we knew to do about our gala opening first, or I did and the staff did, was to create what we call a sneak peek weekend. It's the weekend of March 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and Tammie will touch more on about the dates, but I get to talk about the fun stuff about that. So in overview, we've done a really important thing, I think, in my opinion. We're actually turning the entire outside of this building into a musical instrument, which does speak to my soul, and hired a company called Mass Ensemble, who performs both on the stage that you're standing on, but also outside. And throughout the course of that weekend and time that we are open in the sneak peek weekend, we have performances that are as diverse as you can possibly imagine from every kind of discipline that we could possibly think of, and they're all for free to the public. So we are celebrating the kickoff of this building over time, days, because that'll take days for us to do, with a lot of time for our customer service people to make sure this is accessible, easy to do, fun, not overcrowded, and that you get to really sample what the building will look like, both in this beautiful hall, Dell Hall, and also the Rollins Theater. Then beyond that, if that were not enough, then we actually have a black tie gala weekend too, that actually has several component parts that we'll talk more about. There's an evening that celebrates, first of all, our founding resident companies. And don't go a minute further without talking about how important that relationship is for us. Ostensibly, our founding resident companies, the Symphony Opera and Ballet, were the impetus for Austin to get here. And the patronage that they have brought with them, the lovingness that they have nurtured us, and the generosity that they have shown us is part of how we got here. So we want to say that, and our black tie opening night was to celebrate them, and we've done a great job of that. The second night is an homage to live music in this city, and it features, as you can see in your packets, Willie Nelson and Lyle Lovett, and boy, that'll be a great night. And also, we're unveiling the Austin Music Memorial, which we can certainly talk to you more about as well. So our moment of inclusion is, how is this about the industry, and how is this about Austin, and how is this about us as a city? And our first steps in the sand need to reflect that.
The programming that we will have on the stage will actually be a commitment to diverse culture, a diversity of thought, creativity, and a diversity in artistic experience. Something perhaps you may not have seen, something you've heard, maybe you've run across in other cities that haven't yet been to Austin. We're going to try and provide that to you. And here's just a short list of some of the things under the banner of Long Center Presents in our inaugural season. We will open in the Rollins Studio Theater with the world premiere of Method Gun by our very own and internationally acclaimed Rude Mex. Also in recital, on her triumphant return to Carnegie Hall, will be Kathleen Battle in recital here on the Dell stage. We're excited about that. This lyrical soprano has brought unprecedented joy to millions with her beautiful voice, and we're excited. She hasn't been here in 25 years, and she hasn't been to Carnegie Hall in quite a bit longer than that. So we're excited to say that we're hosting Kathleen Battle in recital. Some of the other Long Center Presents shows in our inaugural season will be the musical adventures of Flat Stanley. Rain, the Beatles experience, is the #1 Beatles tribute band in the world, will be here to provide an exquisite multimedia performance of musicals, tributes to the Beatles from the 60s through on to their breakup. Also, Mariachi Los Camperos de Cano, who will be here on stage after a 40-year anniversary tour. You might know them as the backup band under Linda Ronstadt. We're actually having them as a culmination of a full day of Cinco de Mayo activities here out on the City Terrace, and then a performance for the community inside. The Grammy-nominated Cherry Holmes, a bluegrass band who the agent got my attention because there were so many hits on Google about Cherry Homes plus Austin. So people were looking for Cherry Homes after the Grammys and after their performance at the Grammys. So we're bringing Cherry Homes in their Austin debut. Much in the style of the three tenors, three redneck tenors. Again, something for everybody. Billy Joe, Billy B, and Billy Bob will be here. And these are classically opera-trained stars, but they're bringing a wonderful comical show in the style of the three tenors, the three redneck tenors. A pre-Broadway presentation of Love, Janice. As you know, Janis Joplin got her start here in town, and this is a Broadway musical that will come and be on our stages for a whole week. We're really excited about that. The first of Broadway-style performances here at the Long Center. Also in the summer, the phenomenal success of video games live around the world prompted us to say, you know, there is interest in the gaming and tech community in town, so we're bringing that multimedia experience. The Austin Symphony Orchestra will play to live, they'll play live to screenshots and actual soundtracks of some of the most famous and popular games throughout history. In addition to the Long Center Presents season, there are a number of performing arts groups who will put some of their art on our stages, primarily in Rollins, but also on the Dell Hall stage, and we're proud to host them. Some of them are, and I think here is Pro Arts Collective. We'll have a number of performances here. They'll actually open with Robert Johnson, Trick the Devil, a collaboration with Austin Community College. Austin Chamber Music Center will be here. Tex Arts will be here. Teatro Vivo, the Chamber Music Austin, A Mozart Fest, the list goes on, including Conspirari, our own Grammy-nominated choral ensemble will be here. Atzlan Dance Company. Zilker Summer Musicals will present their 50th anniversary concert here on Dell Stage. Austin Chamber Music Festival will do some of their performances, their annual summer festival here at the Long Center. Univision will do their gala performance and award show here. Austin Shakespeare Festival will be here. So as you can see, there will be a diversity of culture, diversity of arts, diversity of thought on our stages, and that's just some of the things that we're going to be able to provide the community. Again, if it doesn't touch you personally, if it doesn't touch every zip code in Austin, then we've built the wrong building.